morning children, this is Anuradha Chode from AP Residential School Appalrajgurem. Today I am going to teach you about the 9th class first chapter, that is cell, its structure and functions. I am going to teach you this chapter by using slides. Okay children, now let's start our first chapter, that is cell, its structure and functions. In this chapter you learn about the cell. What are the organelles that are present in the cell? How you will observe that cell organelles under microscope, that is compound microscope or electronic microscope. All these topics you are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, before entering into the chapter, let's remember or let's revise the previous year's chapter. Okay, in 8th class you have already learned about cell, the basic unit of life. Do you remember children, the cell, the basic unit of life? Okay, once we should revise that points that we have learned in our 8th class. See, fundamental unit of life. By looking at this slide, I think you all remember the 8th class unit. See, in 8th class you have learned what is a cell, where the cells are present, the sizes of the cells, and how we should observe the cell, how we should prepare the slide, and how we should prepare the slide and how we should observe that slide under the microscope. You have learned all these things in your 8th class. Once we should remember all the things. All the classes are interlinked children. 8th class, some part will be there, that extension will be there in your 9th class. Okay, see, now let's remember the points in your 8th class. See, cell is the fundamental unit of life. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. All the living organisms are made up of cells. Is it right children? All the living organisms are made up of cell. It is a structural and functional unit of life because whole body is made up of cells. This point is very important children. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of every living organisms. It is known as the fundamental unit of life because it regulates all the functions inside the organism. Why cell is called as a fundamental unit of life? What is meant by fundamental? Fundamental means basic. చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అయినదని అర్థం అన్నమాట. Why cell is called as fundamental unit? Because every function in our body is regulated by these cells. See, because it regulates all the functions inside our organisms. Inside an organism, all our functions, we are doing many functions. All that functions are done successfully because these cells are doing so many things, so much work these cells are doing in our body. So the cell is a Latin word for a little room. You all have already learned cell means a little room. Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered cell. Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered cell. Okay children, next all the living organisms are classified mainly into two types, unicellular and multicellular organisms. You all know what are unicellular organisms. Organisms which are composed of a single cell. Single cellular organisms like bacteria. This is examples here: amoeba, paramecium, euglena. So single cell constitute the structure and entire function of the organisms. In the single cell, all the cell organelles will be present. These organelles will perform so many functions that is needed by the organisms. Okay children, what are unicellular organisms? The organisms which are composed of a single cell are called as unicellular organisms. Okay, then what are multicellular organisms? Yes, organisms which are composed of many cells are called as multicellular organisms. Division of labor can be seen in these organisms. What is meant by division of labor here? Division of work. Okay. See, the cell contains so many different types of cells are present in a organisms. Each cells, for example, in a human being, see here bone cells, ovum cell, nerve cell, red blood cells, sperm cells. These are different kinds of cells present in an organism. See, bone cells are present in our bones, which are very essential for giving stiffness to our body. Okay, like that nerve cells, we are remembering everything, we are doing so many works with our common sense because of these nerve cells. Okay children, these are multicellular organisms. You have learned two definitions till now. What are they? Unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Organisms which are composed of many cells are called as multicellular organisms. See, coming to the structure, cell structure children, you have already learned cells are made up of components called as cell organelles. Cells are made up of components. Inside the cell there are small parts which we will learn in the next on the way of this chapter, that are called as organelles. Cells are made up of components called organelles. A cell is capable to live and perform all the respective functions due to the presence of these organelles. Because of these organelles, so many functions are done in the cell. See, we have eyes, nose, mouth, all these organs perform different functions. Eyes are used to see, nose is used to smell, we use our tongue to taste. See, all these organs, how they are functioning, they are doing different works. Okay, they are doing their works perfectly so that we are very perfect. In the same way, cells also contain small components. They are called as organelles. What are they? Organelles. These organelles perform different functions. That you will know in the next class. Okay, the structure seen in almost every cell is same. In almost every cell, it is made up of plasma membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm. Let's see different cell. Okay. See, when a cell is observed under a compound microscope, some parts like cytoplasm, cell wall, nucleus, mitochondria and chloroplasts are observed. See, you are very familiar with this compound microscope. We cannot see all the cell organelles under this compound microscope. Okay, when the same cell, if you take a plant cell, in your previous section, you have, I think you have done the activities, how to prepare the slides and observing under compound microscope. See, in that observation we can find only some organelles like cytoplasm, cell wall, nucleus, mitochondria. We will use different stains to observe these organelles. Okay, but there are other organelles which cannot be seen under this compound microscope. These organelles can be seen only with the electron microscope. These organelles can be seen only with the electron microscope. When the same cell, see here I am reading, when a cell is observed under a compound microscope, some parts like cytoplasm, cell wall, nucleus, mitochondria and chloroplasts are observed. When the same cell is observed under the electron microscope, some other structures are also visible like ribosomes, lysosomes, so many other organelles. Minute organelles are also present which we cannot be seen with this compound microscope, can be seen with this electron microscope. Okay children, till now we have revised the what the things you have learned in your previous classes, that we have revised. Okay, then coming to the 9th class, you will learn about a typical cell. What is meant by typical cell? Typical cell is nothing but a cell which contain all the organelles in a same cell. That may be a plant cell or an animal cell. This is a plant cell and this is an animal cell. Observe the slide children. This green color one is plant cell and the blue color one is an animal cell. See here what is meant by typical cell. This is very important. Listen very carefully children. The typical cell, all the organelles shown in the typical plant or animal cell will not exist in every cell. See, for our easy study, for మీకు తెలియడం కోసం ఒక సెల్లోనే అన్ని ఆర్గానిల్స్ కలిపి మనం ఇక్కడ చదువుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్లీ every cell does not contain all the organelles. See, for example, we will see green color parts in the plant. Say some green color parts in the plant. Yes, leaves, then stem, tender stems. These are all green color. In that green color parts, we can observe a cell organelle called as chloroplast. Whereas some plant cells does not contain this chloroplast. This chloroplast is absent. Of course, the plant is made up of cells. There are different types of cells in the plant. Like that in animals also, there are different types of cells in animals. Okay, for example, our skin is made up of some epithelial cells, our bones are made up of some bone cells. Okay, like that. See, for example, chloroplasts are always shown in the plant cell. It is nothing but a cell model. It is a model of a cell. Okay, which provides a way to study cells. For our easy study, all the cell organelles are embedded in a single cell. That is nothing but a typical cell. This is very important, children, to understand typical cell. Okay, now let's go to another slide. See, you know that this is a plant cell and this is an animal cell. There is how this plant cell is different from this animal cell. How they are different. See, some organelles are present in plant cell. They are absent in animal cell. Some organelles are common in both, present in both animal cell and plant cell. See this structure. In animal cell, there is a centrosome and lysosome, which are absent in plant cell. In plant cell, there is a cell wall, which is not present in animal cell. There are chloroplasts, which are not present in animal cell. There are vacuoles, large vacuoles in plant cell. Though there are vacuoles in animal cells, there are very small in size compared to the plant cell. So these are the differences. This chart shows you easily shows you the difference between plant cell and an animal cell. See, this nucleus is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Cell membrane is present in animal cell and plant cell. Mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes and cytoplasm. These are all cell organelles. Okay, children. Now in this chapter you will learn detailedly about each organelle. So first you try to pronounce all these organelles. Nucleus. See, I am pronouncing one citizen. Cell membrane, cell wall, nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, centrosome, lysosome, chloroplast, vacuole. These are all cell organelles. Okay, children, pronounce them properly. Now let's go to another slide. So, coming to the cell organelles, first we should learn about the cell membrane. Where this cell membrane is present? Where this cell membrane is present? See, this is a cell. Okay, the outer layer covering. See here in the animal cells, the blue part, the outer layer covering the cell is called as cell membrane. So this in animal cell, this is the outer covering. Plasma membrane is the outer covering of the animal cell. But in plant cells, this is very important, children, listen properly. In plant cells, the plasma membrane is present inside the cell wall. The cell membrane is not outside the cell wall. It is present in the, the cell membrane is not the outer covering of the plant cell. The plant cells are covered by the cell wall. Inside the cell wall, there is a plasma membrane. Plasma membrane and cell membrane the same. See here, yellow part. If you cut this cell wall here, we can. This yellow color is called as cell membrane. See, if you observe the cell membrane under the electron microscope, we will observe in this way. See, this is like a sandwich model. See, now let's know. Take a notebook and write running notes, children. I will explain you about each organelle detailedly. So, keep the heading of an organelle and write the points what I am saying. I will say about the structure of the organelle and the functions of each organelle. So, keep headings, the characteristics of an organelle, and first keep the heading cell membrane and then characters, then functions, then what are the activity, how we should observe this membrane. So keep headings properly and write your notes. Write your running notes so that while reading your notes you can remember all these things. See, cell first you should learn about the organelle, cell membrane or plasma membrane. See this slide, children. This is the structure of cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell structure. It separates cytoplasm from external environment. See, this is a cell. Inside the cell there is a fluid like part which is called as cytoplasm. This cell membrane, what it is doing, it is separating this cytoplasm from the external environment. Okay, this is also called as plasma membrane. Cell membrane is nothing but plasma membrane. Okay, cell membrane is also called as plasma membrane. Cell membrane is flexible and is made up of mainly lipids and proteins. It is very important to note this point, children. Cell membrane is flexible. What is membrane flexible? Yes, we can. మనం వంచినప్పుడు అది వంగితే దాన్ని మనం ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ స్టిఫ్, అంటే గట్టిగా కాకుండా ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫ్లెక్సిబుల్ అండ్ ఈస్ మేడ్ ఆఫ్ మెయిన్లీ లిపిడ్స్ అండ్ ప్రోటీన్స్. It is made up of lipids and proteins. We can observe the structure of cell membrane only through an electron microscope. We cannot observe the cell membrane detailedly through compound microscope. We can observe detailed structure of plasma membrane or cell membrane under only electron microscope. See, now let's read the functions of cell membrane. Now let's know about the functions of cell membrane. What are the functions of cell membrane? Here I am showing a plant cell in this slide. This red color part is called a cell membrane. Covering this red color, this green color is there, no? That is the cell wall. Now we are learning about the cell membrane. So here red color part is cell membrane. The cell membrane, what is its function? We don't know. Every cell organism has its own function. See, what is the function of the cell membrane? This cell membrane plays a vital role. Vital means important role in maintaining the balance of various substances inside the cell body. The exchange of substances through the membrane happens selectively, hence this membrane is termed as selective permeable membrane. See, understand this point, children. The cell membrane does not allow all the particles into the cell. It only it selects some other particles to be allowed into the cell. So it is called as it is selecting the particles, it is called as selective permeable membrane. See, this important characteristic of the membrane helps in controlling the exchange of substances between the cell and its external environment. See, there is an activity in your textbook, children, how we should observe this plant cell or cell membrane. How we should observe the cell membrane under a microscope. See, what is our aim? To observe the plant cell and cell membrane in rheoloef. We should take a rheoloef. This is our aim. When an activity or experiment is given, you should keep the headings aim, procedure, observations, and results, our learnings. Okay. See, what are the materials required here? Rheoloef, slide, water, cover slip, and microscope. So here our precautions are given. We have to take a thin peel of rheoloef. If you take a thick peel, you cannot see the cell under the compound microscope. So for easy observation, you have already learned the preparation of slides before in the previous year. So you should take a thin peel of rheoloef. See, what is the procedure? Take a rheoloef and tear the leaf in a single stroke. What you should do? You should tear the leaf in a single stroke. Observe it against the light and take a small piece of the leaf peel with the light colored portion. What we should do? We should tear the leaf. Tear చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే పైన ఒక పల్చటి పొరలాగా వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. Okay, we should take that light colored portion, put it on the slide and put a drop of water on it. I think you all know about the glass slides. It is a rectangular shape. What we should do? We should keep this rheoloef piece on the slide, and what we should do? We should add a drop of water on it. Cover it with cover slip and observe the light portion of leaf under microscope. What we should do? We should cover the leaf portion with the cover slip and observe the light portion leaf under the microscope. And draw the diagram and put 1 or 2 drops of dilute salt solution. So water వేసిన తర్వాత దాని కవర్ స్లిప్ పెట్టి we should observe that slide under the microscope. Why should we keep cover slip over the material there? Because while observing the material, it should not go near that lens object will be there no in the microscope. It should not touch the material. You can, if it go near and touch the material, you cannot see the cells properly. So we should keep a cover slip on it. Okay. After observation, what we should do, we should draw the diagram of the cell. Next, we should keep 1 to 2 drops of dilute salt solution on the membrane and leave it for 5 to 10 minutes. Next, what we should do, we should keep a salt solution on the small piece of this Rio leaf. Okay, you have already learned about osmosis. Okay, why we should wear this salt solution? When we wear salt solution, what will happen? All the water from the cell comes outside and the cell shrinks. After the cell shrinks, the cell membrane separates from the cell. So, for that purpose, we are keeping salt solution on the cell, on the Rio leaf. See, observations. After that, what we will observe? When the Rio leaf is observed under microscope, a tissue of rectangular, compactly arranged plant cells are seen in this way. See, look at this picture, pink color. In this way, when we put the salt solution, before keeping salt solution, how the plant cells are in this rectangular shape. But when we put the salt solution over a peel of Rio leaf, water present inside the leaf cells come out. It results in the shrinking of cytoplasm along with the cell membrane. When we keep the salt solution, what happened? Due to the osmosis process, the water from the cytoplasm comes out from the cell. So that the cell shrinks and the cytoplasm shrinks and the shrink అయిపోయి అది ఏమవుతుందంటే ప్లాస్మా మెంబ్రేన్ అనేది మనకి బాగా కనిపిస్తుంది, బయటకు వచ్చి బాగా కనిపిస్తుంది. సో ద outer boundary of colored area is actually the cell membrane or plasma membrane, which becomes separated from the cell wall. See here, plasma membrane, thick red color portion is cytoplasm. It is shrinked, leaving the cell membrane here. Light color small line is there no here, cell plasma membrane. Okay. Details. The Rio leaf peel is the typical example for plant cells which are rectangular and compactly arranged. The cell membrane and the cell wall are the outer covering of the plant cell. The cell membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. Okay children, this is what about the activity observation of plasma membrane under the microscope. Dear students, now I am going to show you a lab activity, that is the observation of cell membrane through compound microscope. Okay, first of all, what is our aim? Our aim is to observe the cell membrane in the Rio leaf. Now I will show you the materials that are required for this activity. Rio leaf, watch glass, salt solution, blotting paper, forceps, slide, cover slip and compound microscope. Procedure for the observation of cell membrane. Take a Rio leaf, fold it in this way and we should see in the light part. Okay, we should take this very thin and transparent part of this leaf and we should mount this Rio leaf should take a water in the watch glass and we should keep this Rio leaf part in this watch glass. Okay, again we should carefully take this leaf on the slide, and we should add a drop of water on it, and we should cover it with a cover slip. With the help of blotting paper, the excess of water is removed from the slide. So this is how the slide is prepared, and this slide is observed under microscope. So in this way we will observe the cell membrane and the cells that are present in the rheolith.